Sorry.
Welcome back to 4 Ps in a Podcast. I'm Eli.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Eva.
I'm Lucy.
Oh, okay. Well,
Eli,
Jocelyn's in the back.
you didn't do your voice, Eli.
I'm sorry. I
You
forgot.
failed.
I'm sorry. All right, Lewis, what's our first subject?
Our first subject is the difference between homeschool and public school.
How about we all just give like one reason? Because there's like a lot
Yeah.
of reasons.
Yeah, there are lots of reasons.
My list could go on for like a mile.
Yeah.
I'm
There's
not
a lot of
surprised if
things.
you like went on a color. I can't remember what the word for it was. Rant.
Color
that's what it was.
rant.
If you went on a color rant for like 30 minutes, public schools are probably not as more than. It's probably like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is a special 4 Ps in a Podcast episode because there's no cameras. Audio only.
Whoa.
We could put like mountains in the back.
Weren't we
Yeah.
gonna do something like we were just gonna take like a picture of our faces and then put them on like the moon or something?
We could do that. That'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, that would.
The possibilities are endless because we have no cameras.
Right.
Or would be even funnier is if we took our faces, turned them into like little stick people, then you had the giant heads, and then put them in space.
Or we could just replace our heads with the Moai statues on Easter Island.
Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea.
Or, you know what would be funny? If we just took the mics and walked away. We could just go home
We could just walk
and
around
still have the
crowd.
audio.
Yeah.
That's true.
The only thing is the cords would have to be really, really long.
Mhm.
Or we just get wireless mics.
Yeah.
Right.
But that wouldn't be like in 30 seconds. So. Yeah.
What?
I don't know if
We
we, could get home.
wouldn't get wireless mics in like 30 seconds. So, we'd have to probably save that for like
We
the
could,
next
though.
episode. Well, I mean, you could walk. You just have to pace. That's about it.
Yeah. On the homeschool thing, I would say if you're homeschooled, you can get done early, like try to bust through your work, get done, and then go outside and do some fun things. But if you're in public school, you gotta wait until like 3 or 4, and if you're in the bus, it's gonna take forever to get home.
That's why I'm never going to public school. I hope. That would suck. Just like classes all the time. You don't come home until like 4 a.m. You never see your family again until you're done with school. You see your family for like 4 minutes a day. No microwave chicken nuggets for you anymore. You get like dinky school lunches.
Oh.
Expired chocolate milk.
Yeah, like
Ooh.
I
eggs that are like half hard.
Well,
Ew.
they actually serve decent food because like it has to be up to like the FDA regulations and all that kind of thing. Regulations.
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 Wait, it's regulations?
No. she tripped on her words, and
Yes,
so I was
it's
just like regulations.
Oh, I got confused there for a second.
So it has to be like fresh food, up to date, all that kind of thing.
Dang.
You can't serve kids stale food.
So then it's just a stereotype?
Yeah.
Dang.
That's kind of a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so their food is actually decent unless you don't like the same things again and again and again. So
Yeah, that sounds kind of boring. Just like
yeah, so
the
like
same foods for the rest of your
some
life.
of the stuff changes, but it all has meat. And since I'm vegetarian, I pretty much just get cheese pizza.
You're vegetarian?
Yes.
Dude, you're missing out. Oh my god.
Honestly, I don't have a problem with it. Most
What?
meats, I don't like the texture. It's a texture thing. The taste isn't a problem. It's the texture.
You clearly just had a bad experience with meat at a young age.
No, by a young age, you mean like last year?
Last year?
Yeah, I started becoming a vegetarian last summer.
What?
Oh my god. I can't live
That's
without
sad.
meat. I need meat.
Dude, I like bacon and steak and
Yes.
chicken
And
And
guess what?
hamburgers.
Guess what?
hamburgers especially.
Yes.
Guess what? There's actually meat replacements for all of those, and they taste almost exactly the same. Other than bacon, they taste like cheese crackers for some reason. It's really weird.
Dang.
That's
So just skip the bacon.
Imagine not
Skip.
being able to eat bacon.
Exactly.
That'd be
Imagine not
terrible.
eating meat, guys. That would suck.
honestly, like, it tastes the same. Like, today I had chickpea salad instead of chicken salad, and it tastes like the same.
How do you get your protein then?
You use chickpeas. Chickpeas are really high in protein. Beans and nuts and seeds and all that kind of thing are really high in protein.
Steak and steak and steak.
I don't like steak.
And
though.
bacon.
What? Oh my god! That's terrible. You clearly haven't had a delectable Puerto Rican steak.
Right.
Okay.
Can't believe this.
If you bring one in, I'll make an I'll make an exception.
I don't think I'd be able to do that.
Exactly.
I don't think a steak would fit in my backpack.
Exactly. So, you know.
I find this quite sad.
I find this quite disturbing.
How is it
it's just
disturbing?
sad.
Because you don't like bacon.
Who doesn't like bacon?
don't like
I don't
burgers.
have a problem with bacon. I enjoy bacon. I just don't enjoy the thought of eating pigs because pigs are adorable.
That's fair.
That is true. Pigs.
And I like cows.
You know the pig population is like absolutely insane, right?
Yes. And if people stop eating as much meat, then people will stop raising pigs for meat, which then declines the population. You got to think about all this.
I did not understand a word you just said.
Okay.
But God said we could.
Guys, I'm homeschooled.
So, if less people want pigs, it doesn't make sense to raise extra pigs for no reason. Therefore, the population of pigs will decline to a reasonable amount.
What?
Nerd.
I am not a nerd. I just actually know things that make sense to, like, how the earth is supposed to function and why it's overpopulated and why global warming is a thing.
You know what makes sense? Bacon is delicious.
Right.
Yes, but there are other factors.
But if you like bacon, then why did you quit eating bacon?
Because I don't want to eat pigs.
But what if
But what if
we
what?
just replace them with robot pigs that look practically the same?
Not the same thing because they actually have brains and they're really sweet. So, you know.
Yeah.
Robots could have computer brains.
It'll start Five
Not
Nights
the
at
same
Five Nights at
thing.
Freddy's enemy. Redo the whole game.
So you have to give each robot pig a personality?
Yep.
I feel like that's a ridiculous
The
amount.
one angry robot pig in the corner.
We went really deep on this.
That would be so
very
funny.
did.
I
for-
feel like, though, that'd be a ridiculous amount of work and nobody would want to program each pig individually.
I feel like that would be so funny to just have like a little robot pig walk up to you. Oink, oink.
Just like the most robotic sounding.
Yeah,
oink.
just like not even like the not even the sound.
Or it just like scrolls through Apple Music to get like pig sound effects.
They just say oink.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah.
So, what were we talking about before?
We were talking about like the difference between being public schooled and homeschooled.
How did we get to pigs? Like
Because-
this is what I don't understand about podcasts. We'll be like talking about like kids shows, and then all of a sudden we'll be talking about like
Goldfish or
like
something like
goldfish.
It's
Like
seemingly easy.
we'll just be talking about like I don't know. Like we'll just like can be completely off track.
You know, that's the great thing about podcasts, though. You never knew you wanted it until just now.
Right.
It's a great way to start conversations. Like, we didn't know Eva was vegetarian till
Right.
5 minutes ago.
You learn something new every day.
The more you know.
The more
Yeah.
do.
Well, I mean,
either.
I think I did,
You
but I just forgot it.
Oh my
I
God.
didn't know there was a theme song either.
Oh my God, you guys need to get a brain.
I'm sorry.
You guys-
I haven't just randomly scrolled on YouTube since I was 6.
You want to go to
I
the
don't.
next subject?
I don't scroll on YouTube. I just know things. I have big brains.
I have probably a pretty small brain.
My brain is probably like about the size of like I don't know, like a peanut or something. Like a
Mine's probably like a chickpea.
yeah.
You know those are like the same size, right?
Wait, I thought chickpeas
We just-
were tiny.
Chickpeas are about the same size as a peanut, yes.
Dang.
Wow.
The more you know.
Like
we're
an
learning so much stuff this class.
like
Yeah.
chickpeas are about the same size as like an unshelled peanut.
I eat the shell anyway.
Yeah.
It's
You
very
eat
good
the
with salt.
shell?
Do you
It
at,
is.
Do you
I
at
don't-
least
I don't
clean
really
the shell
swallow
though?
it.
Do you at least clean?
how do you clean a peanut shell?
Yeah. That's
Just like run
I
it through
guess
water.
Yeah.
I used to go to like
guess.
Cracker
but then
Barrel.
all the salt's off.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
like no salt
I
on
don't,
the
salt
I
is
peanut
don't
the
shell.
want a
best part.
moist peanut.
Yeah, moist
yeah, moist
peanut.
peanuts suck.
Yes,
I like
but
salted peanuts.
yes,
Yeah.
but I feel so. Peanuts grow underground. They're like potatoes.
They
Yeah.
do?
Yes.
You
Oh my
didn't know where
gosh.
peanuts come from?
No, I just thought
I didn't
they
know that.
came from the sky.
Interesting.
Another
Rain's
thing.
peanuts.
Hey, well, we can talk about that in our next subject because that'll go perfectly.
Yeah.
I guess I just never really thought about it. I just ate them.
I mean, I can see that, yeah, but like, you have to wonder where they come from at some point.
It's like almonds. I never really knew where almonds come from. Apparently, they grow on trees.
They do?
I thought they grew underground.
I thought so too, but apparently they grow on trees.
The more you know.
Again, something I never thought about. Just ate it.
Exactly. We're going to have a real fun time watching this podcast episode.
All
The
right. So,
lack of brains in the room, except
Yeah.
for Eva. Like,
Yep.
Eva is the only normal one. And
The only smart one in here.
yeah.
all right. I have a question. What is the craziest thing you ever did when you were younger?
Who wants to go first?
Why is everyone looking at me?
Because you're on the other side of the room.
Oh my god. Look at you back.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Look at Lewis.
but you're on the other side of the room.
Dang it. She got me. Okay,
gonna
well,
look at-
I guess I'll start then.
I'm gonna look at Jocelyn.
So then
She's on
I
the other side.
will have two things to say. First, one of the funny things I believed as a kid was that both of my grandmas hated each other because I thought they would always just compete on who is the best grandma. And it crossed my mind that they don't. I think I asked one of my grandmas one time, like, "Hey, do you hate my other grandma?" She was like, "No. Why would I hate your other grandma?" And then I was like, "Oh, I thought you guys would like compete to see who's the best grandma." And she was like, "Oh, that's pretty funny, but no." It was like, dang, I guess my life is a lie. And then the second funny thing I believed, I think my mom told it to me as a joke when I was a kid, but then I actually believed it. I always believed that Cookie Monster ate the moon. That's why I would get progressively smaller. And then Jesus would come and replace the moon with a different cookie.
What the
And then Cookie Monster would just eat it again.
we love that.
Yeah. I believed it for like a year and a half. But then I would always be like, when is he gonna change it? I gotta see it. or I'd
When are
always
you
be
gonna
like,
see the giant hand in the sky?
exactly. And then I would always be like,
And
when's he gonna eat it?
And when are you gonna see the giant Cookie Monster? Or when are you gonna see the Cookie Monster on the moon?
Exactly. I
Taking
got
bites.
sad when I never saw it though, so I just stopped believing in it. Like Santa, but we don't talk about that.
I mean, though, actually, Saint Nick did exist, but like,
Exactly. He
but
punched somebody.
Coca-Cola
did?
like stereotyped everything.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Coca-Cola.
that's how Santa like became Santa.
The more you know.
I had to do a project on it.
Everything.
I had to do a project on it. That's why.
Dang. Who does a project on Coca-Cola and Santa Claus?
So it was like the evolution of Santa Claus, which then led me to Coca-Cola and all that kind of thing. So you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
All right. I believed that the Upper Peninsula in Michigan was Florida. I don't know how it came to be like that, but I thought it was Florida. And it's somehow warmer up there because it's up north.
Dang.
It was crazy. When my mom's like, we go down south to Florida. I was like, but isn't that up there? And she's like, no, that's down there. I was like, that's part of Michigan. I was like, oh.
So is there Florida, Michigan?
I have no idea.
Like a city called Florida in Michigan?
I
Yeah.
feel like that's plausible.
There is other cities called Florida.
And like, there's other cities called Washington,
Yeah.
even though it's completely non-related. Like, there's a city called Washington in Indiana.
I'm pretty sure there's a South Bend, Arizona. That's pretty funny to
I'm
think
pretty
about.
sure there's like a South Bend in like Kentucky or something too.
I think so. Because I was like, wait, why are we called South Bend? And my dad was like, because the river bends south. I was like, so we're not even in the South? What's the point of that? He's like, because of the river. I was like, but
What?
that's stupid.
Try something more interesting and maybe less stuff that doesn't even apply. So maybe be a bit more creative here.
Yeah. Maybe we should relocate to the South. Just like move the entire city of South Bend to the South.
Where in the South though? Because wouldn't you like crush another city or something?
The plains.
Could just connect to the cities with like bridges and stuff and hope that we
Like
don't blow
Lego
away.
bricks. Lego bricks. Just connecting one piece at a
Or
time.
maybe you like
Yeah.
have a city and you figure out a way to like have it float on top of another one.
That would like kill a lot of people though.
No. Like it just hover above it.
Oh yeah, that's
With
a
like
great idea.
gigantic supporter beams out of metal.
Yep.
Yeah.
One in every building just coming right up the middle, supporting this gigantic platform with a whole nother level of city on it.
And then there's just elevators going from one city down to the next.
And a water slide for all the kids to play on going down from the hovering city above.
I feel like
It would
that'd be-
suck to climb up all the way up there just to
You
go
just
back
take
down
the
there.
There's an
elevator.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Because I mean, if there's poles from every building, there has to be an easy way to just attach an elevator to those poles.
Probably.
But then comes a big storm.
Yep, and knocks the
Then
entire city
thing
down.
just. Or what happens when an earthquake comes?
We won't
You
get
pray.
into that.
We don't talk about that part.
Yeah. Let's not talk about the thousands of lives at risk if that happens. It's a good thing Indiana doesn't get earthquakes. Or
Yeah.
at least South Bend doesn't.
I don't know of anywhere near us that has earthquakes because it has to be near tectonic plates.
I don't know the location of tectonic plates.
I think so. The reason why like Los Angeles has like so many earthquakes is because they're like right next to a tectonic plate.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think that's
The
like the
more you
closest
know.
one though.
The more you know.
Because to be in South Bend, because we're like landlocked, you'd have to have it like under the United States somehow.
What does
Which-
landlocked mean?
Landlocked means you're not near water.
The more you know.
Like an ocean.
Huzzah!
Woo!
Lakes don't count.
This whole podcast is just gonna be Eva talking and then me and Eli going, the more you know.
4 P's in a Podcast special edition called The More You Know.
Where I just spout random facts.
And we just say the more you know.
And not understand any of it.
Yep.
Now,
we're
what
probably
does-
going to forget most of this by
No.
the time we leave.
Now,
Now I
what does
remember
Lewis
what we were
do?
talking
'Cause
about
he's
5
just-
seconds ago.
He doesn't spout facts and he doesn't say the more you know.
I add on to what everyone's saying.
You said the more you know a couple of times.
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Did we ever finish the second subject?
I
Wait,
don't
what
know. You
subject
guys
are we
just got
on? What were we
Oh.
talking about?
Craziest things you believed when you were younger.
Oh, how did it get to like
From Cookie
tectonic
Monster
plates
to-
and
To big cities on top of other cities, to tectonic plates.
To landlock.
We're terrible at this.
oh my gosh,
So
We really can't stay on one subject,
no,
can
we can't. Oh my god.
I can't think of anything from when I was a kid that I believed. I said I was gonna say something, but then I forgot what it was.
So then you're a liar. No, I'm
I know
kidding.
there was like at least one or two things. I just can't remember them.
I
Dang.
remember thinking that like whenever it would rain, it was because of Jesus was crying.
Did you ever wonder why?
No,
Like why he was crying?
I bet I did, but like I don't know.
Dang.
And I also thought that the rumor weed was gonna come out of my vents.
I believed that too.
Yeah,
The what?
I would always keep my vents closed just for that
yeah.
reason.
I would put like a stuffed animal over my vents.
Maybe
like, protect
maybe,
me.
maybe your
'Cause-
parents would say that, so then they wouldn't have to pay as much for the electricity bill. You know, just so they don't leave the
I'm confused.
vents open.
I just closed my vents and stopped
If you
opening
leave
them.
if you leave your vents open, then more like
Heat comes
more
in.
heat or air conditioning comes in.
Or the rumor weed. That's why I closed it.
I feel like though you can talk through vents Because at our old house, like, they were connected. So if someone was talking really loudly in the basement, you could hear it in one of the bedrooms.
Oh.
The pickup, guys.
I
Some has
also
been picked up.
I also believed that like like the bathtub drain.
Yeah.
When I was little and I took baths, I thought that there was gonna be like an alligator that was gonna come out of the drain because it was connected to water.
Every time after I would watch Sharknado, I thought a shark would come up out of my toilet and eat me while I was going to the bathroom.
Oh my gosh, no!
So I'd always be a little scared. I also always thought there was a shark under the couch, just like waiting for me.
I thought that there was like gonna be something like under my bed that was gonna like grab my ankles or like bite my ankles when I got on my bed.
Dang.
But like the alligator thing, my dad, I was like really scared when I was taking a bath one time, and then my dad like came in because I was like, Dad, and then he was like, what? And
Did
I
the alligators get you?
I was like, what if an alligator comes through the drain? And he was like, just I had Barbies in the tub, by the way, because like I played with toys in the tub because I was little, and he was like, shove a Barbie in its mouth, it won't be able to snap you. And so I would like keep Barbies in like both hands, just like ready to
Just in case. I'll be prepared.
my weapons Barbies.
Yep.
Barbie's feet.
It's-
So, did we finally finish the second subject?
I think
I
we
think we
did.
did.
We did it!
Oh my gosh.
Woohoo!
All right, slang words of the now.
Oh my god, I really
Oh
thought we
my
would
gosh,
skip
I-
this one.
I know.
I want to skip it too, mainly because I don't really know any.
I have an idea. How about I switch with Jocelyn and she explains this?
I mean, it was
This
like
is a great idea.
it was like her idea plus yeah. If it's like your idea, you gotta talk about it, I guess.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna switch with Jocelyn. See you later, guys.
She's back.
Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, you said the subject, slang words of the now.
Oh,
Let's
no.
See. Okay, so there's wait, what is it? Sigma.
Oh,
Have you heard of the now? Like now, there's a song called Sigma, Sigma Boy, Sigma Boy.
Don't start singing
Oh
it.
my gosh, there was a tornado at our church, and like all the kids were like in the hallway and they were just going Sigma boy, and I was like, if you do not shut up, like I'm gonna lose my mind.
So Sigma is meaning of like cool, like you're like super cool, and like you're like
That's
So,
funny
like,
because I don't think Sigma
legit.
sounds cool at all. I think
Sounds like
it's
a crazy
When
kid.
I was younger, I looked up the meaning of Sigma, and it was like a star constellation. I was like, so you guys are just talking about star constellations. But then I looked up the slang meaning, and it meant it meant super cool and like you're legit. And next word, alpha, which
Oh my gosh, guys, the alpha's coming out. It's coming out.
it's so weird because like sometimes weird kids go like, I'm the alpha, I'm the leader, I'm the one in charge.
Oh my gosh, stop. Have you guys ever heard Zombies? Like the Zombies movie on Disney?
I've heard of
No.
it, but I've never watched it.
Oh my gosh, I freaking hate, like, that was Lola's favorite movies. Like when we were little, like she loved the Zombies, like Nickelodeon or whatever it was, like Disney Channel, like movie series. And I was like, why? Like, no.
That
Why
was
that show?
that was
but
when,
that's
like,
what that's from, because there's a song in the sequel, and it's like, I'm the alpha, I'm the leader, I'm the one to trust. Together we do whatever it takes. We're in this pack for life.
The only thing is,
Oh.
alpha's like
Dang.
its actual definition means like leader.
Yeah.
I
So
thought it meant
it-
beginning, to be honest.
It I don't understand how it's slang if it's
Oh.
like the actual meaning.
have you and when Zombies came out, like that was when like all the Disney Channel?
Yeah. Like,
I like when Disney Channel was making more like Descendants
Yeah.
and like zombies and more movies like that. That was when like everything was
I
coming
swear,
out.
like Descendants and Zombies is like the same movie, different topic.
Mhm.
Like
It's just
it's- oh
I've
my
never
gosh.
seen zombies, but I watched Descendants.
Oh my god.
No,
Like it was okay, but then like
I saw one ad.
me and my friends got a little crazy into it.
Yeah.
Like we would imagine ourselves as the characters.
That's oh my gosh, my cousins, I'm not joking. Like my cousin Kylie legitimately dyed her hair purple and cut bangs to be like Mal. And then my other cousin, she had curly hair and then she like dyed her hair red to look like Celia.
Oh.
And like they were like that that was the only thing they did and talked about. Like they had these like Descendants Barbie dolls.
Oh,
They
yeah,
were
those are
singing in the
creepy.
basement all the Descendant songs and I was like, guys, chill out.
So that's it today. That's it today, guys. I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Eva.
I'm Lucy.
And then there's Eli in the back. And we'll see you later. Bye.